What's up, people? Welcome back to Fightchat TV. I'm Lee, and I'm here with Tom again.
What's going down, fight fans? Good to be back on the channel.
So this week we've got a few topics. We're going to try some new stuff out. Um, we're not. It wasn't well. Apart from last night with the UFC, there's not much we want to talk about. We're going to skip over Conor McGregor. Everyone spoke about that. We know what went down there. So we have had our thoughts on that. So yeah, we're just going to get into it, and we're going to start with a bit of boxing. That's boxing news this week. So we're going to start with, well, it's going to be AJ versus Fury, as we know. That's taking place in November. There's no venue or anything for that, but I guess there's been a lot of talk back and forth now. So I guess what we're going to get into. So we got Fury fighting now on Friday, 24th in Thailand, day before. AJ fights Kristen Pranga and on Saturday, July 25th in Saudi Arabia. So I guess what I was gonna, I guess, ask you was like, first off, do you think we will see Fury at the AJ fight? Because we've seen the vice versa, where we've seen Fury at AJ at Fury's fight, but he didn't engage or get in the ring. Do you think it'll be a bit different now?
Yeah, mate, there's a good chance he'll come and just sit ringside and just wait for the outcome. So maybe
Yeah,
they could have a little chat after the fight. I mean, he's sort of fighting the night before, but that ain't going to stop him getting over there in a day, is it?
like
You know
yeah,
what I mean?
Thailand,
I'm
yeah.
pretty close in it, in their private jet as well. It don't take much for him to get from place to place. So it would be
Yeah.
good to see him there after the fight. You know what I
I
mean?
think AJ came out this week and said, "Look, if he wants to be at ringside, if he wants to get in the ring with me, he's coming. I'm the landlord." He keeps saying that now.
Yeah, and
Do
loves it,
you
does
think?
he?
Yeah, it would be good to see him finally square off in a ring, sort of having their take. They've been quite quiet with each other, but
Yeah,
you
they
think
they
that's the
have,
one?
and it's been a long time coming, and it's what everybody wants to see as well.
Yeah,
So let's get them face to face, get
I think.
everybody excited about it,
Yeah,
and hopefully they can settle on a date and a venue then for sure.
yeah, I think yeah, like you said, it's been a long time coming, and closer to the date, we'll get into a bigger show for it. I guess Kristen Prenger. I don't know much about him, but I guess it's going to be a walk in the park for AJ. Maybe not so much Fury. I don't know because he just looks like he struggled in a few of his fights. But as you're saying, as we were saying then, there's no actual talk about where the venue is going to be. There's talk about Saudi. There's talk about Wembley. Um, where would you like to see the fight? Because I know in AJ's contract he stated that he wants the fight in the UK. I don't know what Fury's contract is, but
Well, if I had a choice, it would be Cardiff,
yeah,
so everybody from Wales can go and watch as well, a bit easier. Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? And bring it to the capital city, but I don't know. It's probably going to be Wembley, closer to his home. What do you reckon?
Well, yeah. I'd like to see it in Cardiff. Obviously, I guess them both being from England, AJ being from London, then um, that Wembley would be the most obvious one, or the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. But as I say,
Yeah,
the fight's going to be in November. The only stadium you can use for that surely is the Principality. You've got the roof
yeah,
over. You can pop the roof over.
exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's a perfect for that time of year, and for closing in, isn't it? That is the wonder of that stadium with the roof. So yeah, fingers crossed. And I'd love to fucking go if it was in Cardiff. I'd love to
Would
go. Oh, be a hell
yeah,
of an event.
obviously, like I guessing the only person that can take this fight on is Turk Al Sheikh, with the money that's being, I guess, bounded round. Um, do you think you'd be disappointed to every kind of boxing fan if it did take place in Saudi?
Yeah, it would be. I don't think it should. I I mean, it's two British fellas, and it's the talk of like it's been the British title because obviously the two best heavyweights of the UK, blah de blah. And then if they want to put it over there, man, and it just makes it harder for the British fans to go and see it then, doesn't it? And support them.
Yeah,
Like
and then there was
that,
also talk then about if Turk Al Sheikh he was like sort of saying that, yeah, maybe I will put it in Wembley, but I'm going to put the fight time at 2 a.m. just so
man,
ju- just so it can be watched, I guess, back in Saudi and stuff like that. And it's just like, what
yeah, and
the?
for internationally, that's what it'll be. But it shouldn't be. It should be a Saturday night or Friday night, Wembley Stadium, so people can go, people can get the train, people from the UK can actually save up some money, buy a ticket, and go and watch it live, innit?
Yeah,
This is the thing with Saudi as well, right? If it happens in Saudi, all these fights, it's just celebrities and
yeah.
rich people who go there. They either
No,
get given allocated seats ringside, or they pay extortionate money to get there and go, don't they?
and you've also got that thing of if it is in the UK, like boxing is one of those events, a bit like the darts. They did the darts out in Saudi, where obviously alcohol is banned. Boxing is one of those shows that people kind of they come more to life. The audience come more to life when they've had, as like they've had a pint or something. If it's
Oh
out
my
in
God, yeah.
if it's out in Saudi and some Brit fans do get to go out there, it'll just be a flat event.
Well, I'm telling you, I'm sure the Brits will find a way of drinking over there if they have to, for
Well,
the
yeah,
fight. But
but
no,
like
I
you
see
said.
exactly what you're saying, mate. It's different kind of atmosphere on different soil. That's why, like you say, you won't be in your home ground. You ain't got people coming on the train and traveling from everywhere. With the atmosphere of leaving the stadium and going in the
Mhm.
stadium, it's a whole different, completely event in another country. I think, man,
Yeah,
especially for two big British fighters as well.
I think we've waited long enough for this fight to happen, and for them to then take it away from us and put it somewhere else would just be, it's almost
Yeah,
like.
it's only been 10 years in the making, and it's something like that.
Yeah, and
Like,
like I don't even think there's been pen to paper. There's been verbal agreement. It could be one of those things that we're all waiting for and still doesn't happen. Like, I
man.
guess the outcome will be what happens, I guess, next Saturday or next Friday, Saturday. Like, if something bad
Yeah.
happens, then they might be like, oh,
Well,
actually, let's not do this one.
yeah, because July to November is a short space of time. So
Yeah.
all they're planning for is Fury and Joshua to walk through their opponents on the
Yeah.
night, which technically they should. And then maybe they'll make a contractual agreement after that. Then,
I'm
like you say,
hoping.
if Fury goes to the Joshua fight, gets in the ring, and they'll shake on it and make it
Yeah.
official.
So yeah, I guess really excited to see what happens next week, and like I think when it gets penned and the date comes close, I think the buzz will be coming more and more. I think a lot of people are sort of sitting on it like it might not happen yet. We don't know if it's going to happen.
Yeah,
But yeah, it'll be exciting to see, and
that's the
we will cover a big show on that one.
Yeah, that's my attitude with boxing these days is wait until you see it officially because
Yeah,
especially with Instagram and YouTube, there's so much marketing and they play on it for a while,
yeah,
just to get the adverts and the money in. But mate, I hope so. I only thought I never heard of Fury's opponent until I had a look about him last
yeah.
night. To be honest,
I
he's
think
fought Moses Atama and he's fought Huey Fury as well. That
yeah.
Mariusz Wach, the Polish guy, he got beat by Fury's brother in 2020.
So yeah,
So
it's
Tyson should fucking
good.
dog walk
He,
there.
yeah, he's a bit funny though, isn't he, Tyson? Like he comes out, maybe thinks it's going to be a walk in the park, then doesn't make it a walk in the park, and then ends up
Yeah,
like sort of
that,
fighting for his
that's it.
life.
Yeah, and look at the Ngannou fight, wasn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm
Why we're
I'm
on?
not playing Ngannou, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Why we're on? Sorry, boxing. 'Cause we haven't spoke about boxing in a long time. Is
Yeah, boy.
a couple of weeks ago was the announcement that Usyk relinquished all the belts, and for the reason he stated that he wanted other people to sort of fight for them. When I was looking at that, do you think that was the thing? Do you think he got rid of the belts because he wanted other people to fight for it, or do you think when he fought Rico that he was like, "Fuck, that was close. That was like." Do you think he just gave up the belt so he didn't lose the belt in a fight? Do you think he's come into sort of his conclusion now, knowing that maybe time's up?
Yeah, I think he's a clever fighter. He just knows that it could be coming to that time. He's going to push it too much.
Yeah,
Rico was close, like everybody says. And then who would he be looking at next? Say if they said about him and Moses Atama, for example, someone like that, someone
yeah,
young up and coming, and he ends up losing, and everything he's
yeah,
fought for happens in one night. We said this in a previous video, if you remember, after the Rico video. You
yeah,
said that you don't want to see him carrying on
yeah.
and potentially looking to lose to somebody now when he's done so well. And I think that's the way he's thought about it. It is a
And,
bit of a strategy, obviously, but you have to have a strategy, don't you?
and I think we both agreed on the fact that I think we were both in agreement. Sorry, that he should relinquish the belts. Like he shouldn't be holding up this division for there's so many other fighters that are coming through and need to be fighting for these belts. So
Yeah,
yeah,
well, me and you have had a rant and rave on you about the
yeah,
heavyweight division being held up in the
yeah.
past, so it was a pleasure to see, to be honest.
Yeah, it was an interesting one, and it was good to see. I just, yeah, what kind of wanted to get your thoughts on that one. So yeah, we'll be
But
back with
what
the AJ, and we'll be back with Fury, I guess. And it'd be interesting to see where Usyk goes. I think maybe it'll be exhibitions or it'll be big fights against big people. But
Well,
I,
what about the statement from Johnny Bones Jones? Did you see any of that?
oh, I haven't seen that yet. No.
Well, they asked him like, because in an interview, Usyk was saying like he might branch out. He doesn't know if he's going to take on an exhibition or like maybe a different kind of fight because he's wrestled in the past.
Yeah,
And they mentioned it because they mentioned it to John Jones, and John Jones said one thing. He said, "You know who's coming out that room if we're both locked in it together." He said,
100%, hundred
"Yeah."
percent. Like, there's no
He said
way.
it is. He might have done a bit of wrestling. He said, but we
It's
know what's going to
totally
happen,
different. It's just
mate.
totally
And I thought,
different.
yeah,
Like I
yeah,
guess you've seen Alex Pereira was fighting against a boxer. He was doing like some sparring against a boxer, and everyone
yeah.
was like taking the mick out of him. So, like he was getting hit a lot, he was getting punched around a lot. Same kind of thing happened to Paddy when he did that little
Mhm.
exhibition thing. Not exhibition,
Yeah,
but that thing in his gym. But they were doing it in boxing rules. They were doing it by
yeah. I
punches.
mean,
All they've got to do is drop down, take the legs, and then it's gone,
it's
isn't
all
it? It's
it's
over.
over with. You got an MMA MMA fighter got 5 disciplines to use, or possibly
Yeah,
6. Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? Boxing, you
It,
you one restriction, and
and like
you got
and
no chance.
and for me, wrestling is good, obviously, but if you've just done wrestling and no jiu-jitsu, what are you going to do when you're going on the floor?
Yeah.
Like,
What about your
where do
back?
you go?
What about your
Where,
back defense? Yeah,
where do you go
you
from
got.
there? Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah, I thought.
interesting to see what happens with him
But
anyway.
I just love. That's why you gotta love Johnny Bones Jones.
What are you going to see John Bon Jovi, Emily?
Mate, yeah, I don't know where the fuck I'm going with that. Living on a
How do
prayer,
you think?
brother.
How do
Living
you
on a
think Bon
prayer.
Jovi would get on against John Jones anyway?
I don't know. I heard he does do Tai Chi, maybe. So
Oh
must.
yeah,
Yeah.
you fuck him up.
Yes. Yeah. So Bon Jovi's fighting Usyk in November the 12th.
Okay,
moving, moving on. What you got
right.
next?
Moving on. Well, let's move on to the news round. So I guess is
We
this was sort of what we've seen over the